Hello, everyone. My name is Felix, and today we will show you how you can create automated management reports in PowerPoint with the help of Empower tools. Let me give you a quick introduction into this webinar. So what are the challenges we are facing when we create management reports in PowerPoint? Of course, and you might know that because you might do management reports in PowerPoint yourself. The options for data visualization in PowerPoint are insufficient. So it's often difficult to create the charts. It's complicated. There are a lot of options that you can use, and it's not like the PowerPoint features are reduced to the amount of important features, but there are a lot of features that nobody really knows. Then there are some chart types you can't even do, like, for example, Gantt charts or like multi-stage waterfall charts. So some options are not there, so that you can't do these charts, and it's difficult to produce them. Linking charts and tables to Excel sheets. It's possible to do that with Empower, to link charts and to update the numbers in the charts, but it's often like, the links sometimes break when you move one of the linked files to another storage location, and it's difficult to keep track of all the data updates. So when you do some updates in a report, then all the updates are really came really into the PowerPoint file, and it's not easy to keep track of them and to find out if really every piece of data is now updated or not. And then it's sometimes hard to search for the recent results, because management reports, of course, have to be distributed to every decision maker. That's the purpose of these management reports. But it's especially in bigger companies, oftentimes not that easy, because there are multiple storage locations. Maybe you have locations from your company in different continents. So maybe there are different IT teams who administrate the different storage locations, and you have to make sure that the file is being distributed very quickly, of course, because managers need it to every storage location where it has to be. So this is, of course, one of the difficulties that we are facing when creating management reports. So we did a study together with Nielsen, and we found out that in PowerPoint, the biggest time wasters are the following. The first one, creating and formatting charts. The formatting work that you have to do on a chart, it can be quite a lot, and it's a big time waster. So our users said, and this is, by the way, over 1,000 users we asked from several companies, they said formatting charts is one of the biggest time wasters. Then there are two more time wasters: searching for templates, images, and icons, and transferring all presentations into a new design. We will not talk about that today, but we had a recent webinar that you can find on YouTube where we talk about these things. So this is something you can easily do with Empower as well. And where we could help. If you cannot find the video, just maybe write Victor, or if you're interested in seeing the webinar, just post your question in the chat, and then we will provide you the link after this webinar regarding these things. Creating and formatting of tables, that's another time waster, and checking and searching for the latest version of reports. We will do a formatting of a table today. So that's something we can do with Empower as well. I will show you that. And of course, we will have a way to distribute our finalized report at the end of the day. Searching for new slides and creating attractive slide layouts. We will not be handling slide layouts today, but we will search for new slides or existing slides. That's something I could show you as well. So we made an example today, and I would like to walk you through that example. The example is I have to create a report, and therefore I would like to use Empower. Empower is a set of tools that is integrated into PowerPoint. It's a new ribbon that we insert between File and Home very prominently, and this ribbon contains every feature that users need for their daily work. It contains, for example, features to create a new slide, to work corporate design conform. It has a library. We will use this library to get some existing slides we can work with when we build the report. Then we have an agenda feature. We will use it to build an agenda. And at the end of the day, it contains many more templates and a design check that we will not use today, but just that you know, it's a set of features that equips users for their daily work. So we will now build a report. Then we will create some charts, and we will connect some tables to an Excel file. That's something I'm going to show you. And at the end, we are going to update this report, because this is something, of course, that controllers have to do monthly, maybe weekly. So we will do that as well. And then we will distribute that report with the Empower library to everyone who needs it, so that everyone can get the news numbers in a short amount of time. So what we're going to do is we are looking for a report template. Some organizations, that's what we have seen, have report templates that are just for controllers or report creators. And as you can see, I have a company's default template here. So that's something everyone can use. And then we have some special templates in a single folder. You could, with Empower, even say, okay, to this special folder only like controllers, report creators, and managers have access, and all the other users cannot even see that folder and these special masters. So as you can see here, we have a folder called reporting. There we have a report template, and what we now want to do is to create a new presentation. This template is now opened. That's our special reporting template. And before we start to build our report, I would like to have a structure, because every good report needs a structure, right? So we use our agenda tool. This is an extra window. It's very easy. You can type in your topics here, for example, a summary of the results, and just hit enter, and then this is like done. We have some more topics. Maybe we want to do a report about the sales and earnings performance. That's one point. And then we talk about the net asset and financial position. And last but not least, we have some selected financial information. Okay, so this is the setup. When you now you could click enter or create agenda, but we could also choose from different styles. So here I have a divider style, so it's just a divider without pictures, very clean, so that it fits good into reports. So when you hit create agenda, you can see it creates the agenda for me. It's very easy, and you could make changes to the agenda afterwards. So for example, if you say, maybe I don't really need this overview slide, you can just open it again and say, I have some advanced settings, and here I could delete the overview slide because I do not need it, and then just update your agenda, and then it will be deleted. So very easy to create agenda. Now we have a structure, and now we start to build our report with the help of the Empower library. You can find it here. It looks like the Windows Explorer. You have some folders on the left-hand side and some results that are shown in the middle. And I could click on certain folders here where I have my content, and here you can see we have a reporting folder. So here I have content. I can maybe if I would like, I can filter it. I can search, use a search to look for my content by here. Here I have a report folder, and everything I need is there. So let's take this slide, just double click it, and it will be inserted into your presentation directly. As you can see, it's fits very good into our presentation. Just go to the second chapter. Then here we have something for sales and earnings performance. Someone has created that perfectly. I can use that. When we click on it, you can see it's not just a single slide, but it's a slide set, as we call it here at Empower. So you can even, it looks like a single slide, but it isn't a single slide, it's more than it. And this is a clear message to the user. The message is these slides belong together, and in the frame of a report, of course, that makes sense, because a report, there must be no slide missing. So you have several slides here that are inserted with this slide set. And then we have two more parts. So here's another slide set, two more slides in this chapter, net asset and financial position. And here we have the last one, selected financial information. Here we go. So as you can see, if I would not have talked during this little process, we now have a presentation that is corporate design conform, that looks good, with 17 slides. It has a structure, and we created it just by double clicking, more or less. So what can we do here? Let's walk through the report, and here we can see we have an empty slide. So basically we would have to fill that out we would have to build something, of course. Before we do that, I would like to show you our report file for today. We have prepared a reporting table with numbers. Maybe you know that from your own organization. So here we have the key financials and sales development, sales by segment, and so on and so forth. So a lot of numbers that you might know that are updated and updated over and over again, even at your company. And we have prepared something like that here as well, just as an example. And now we would like to use these data to build some new elements here. For example, here we need a chart, and that's something you could use Empower for. Here in the insert part of the Empower ribbon, you can find the Empower charts. This is so basically every chart type that reporters and controllers need. You have waterfall charts, waterfall bar charts, column and bar charts, line and macro charts, and circle charts, and some other charts, such as bubble, scatter, or radar charts. So basically everything you need to do a reporting, and there is no chart type missing. I would like to do a classic waterfall chart, and all you need to do is to hit the chart type that you would like to use. So now we have a waterfall chart here. There are several options that you could use to build your chart. For example, we could connect this chart to a data source via an Excel link, and that's what we're going to do now. The dialog that will come up will show you the files that you have already opened, so I could use it. You could as well browse through your own data storage on your PC, or you could even paste a SharePoint or a OneDrive URL to a file that is located there. So you're free to go. Here we use our report tables that we have already opened, and then we are looking for some data that would fit here. Maybe I move that a bit. So here we have typical data for a waterfall chart. You just choose the area that you would like to connect to your chart, hit OK, and then I could say, okay, if I want to, I can even say, okay, my chart should be automatically refreshed when I open the PowerPoint file. That's optional. So just hit OK, and then the Excel, data will be connected to this chart. So here we have the result. Of course, it's not looking that nice because we have some very huge numbers and some very small numbers, and in comparison, it's not a nice chart. So what we can do here is to insert a break, a so-called axis break. You can find that in the options menu that you have on the chart here in the point lines. And for example, just choose this break. We could rely on the automatic break, or if you don't want to do that, you could even enter a manual area where the break should be defined. We just choose the automatic mode today. And the purpose of this is that you can still see that there are very large numbers compared to smaller numbers, but you can see the smaller numbers and the area of that data point as well. So it's a nice visualization. That should always be the goal. What we could now do is to maybe insert a growth error. So you have growth errors, CAGRs, delta lines, value lines, everything you need to do nice charts. And maybe we want to have the overall increase. So maybe in percent and an absolute number, and I can insert it there. The chart is always automatically rendered in the placeholder, so you don't need to do any formatting work. That saves a lot of time. And you can even change details. Like, for example, because it's an increase, we want the number to be green and bold. Yeah, even details like that are possible, and you create perfect charts in seconds. Maybe we do another chart so that you can see some different chart types, maybe a donut chart. I think a lot of people use donut charts. A lot of them like them. So let's create another Excel link there. Just browse through my file here. What could we, that's perfect here. We have some products that we sell, and there are the different revenues. Just create the link, and then you have a perfect chart there as well. Okay, we created these two nice looking charts, added them to our report. Beautiful. On the next page, we have a table body, but it's still empty and we need to fill it. Like you link charts, you can link tables with Empower. So just create an Excel link here in the Empower ribbon, then choose your file. And here I have my key financials. I think that's perfect for that table. Hit OK. And after you hit OK, your table will be filled and the format of the table will stay the same. So it's perfect. You don't need to do any formatting work here. It's done. And you can directly use it. And if you change numbers, and that's what we will do later, all the numbers here will change accordingly. So it's a perfect tool for reporting. So yeah, let's look through it. It looks perfect. So now maybe we have finalized our like Q2 report. And now we have the next task, and the next task is to create the Q3 report. So now imagine this is the file that we have created in Q2. We now have to update it for Q3. And there I would like to make some changes in the Excel file. Here we could, for example, I have some new data here for Q3. Let's take them and just change all the values here like that. And then we have a sales number here. That's something I need because I need to add the sales number for Q3 here. And maybe we have some more data that we could change. Yeah, here. Just change these revenue values from Q2 to Q3 as well. So this is a typical situation. You change a lot of data in Excel, you open your PowerPoint file and you ask yourself, are all the Excel links really connected? Are they all working? Where is which linked form? Are they all updated? And then you go and work and check everything, and it takes hours until you're done. And to avoid this, we have a so-called Excel Link Manager. You can find it, just wait. So you can find it here. And the Excel Link Manager shows you all the linked shapes and diagrams, and so charts and tables that you have in your presentation. Here you can see the slide number where the shape is. Then when you mouse over the element, you can see where the shape is. So for example, I could see on slide number 3, there is a shape in the upper left. And on slide number 5, there is a chart in the middle. And on slide number 6, we have 2 charts. This is the waterfall chart we have just created and the donut chart. So one left, one right. And you can always see the position, and therefore it's very easy to follow. Then here you could see the Excel link. So you can see where is the Excel link. So to which file is it connected? Then you can see here the type of the link. So it could be an absolute linking. It could also be a relative link. A relative link means when you later send the pair of the PowerPoint file and the Excel file to someone else or save them on in another location, the link will still be working. That's also possible with Empower Charts. And then you have a refresh option. The refresh option can be either manual, or you could choose the auto refresh on open of the PowerPoint presentation. And here you can see when the link was was updated. So here we had one automatic update, I guess, a minute ago, but we could now use this to update some charts. So here, as we can see, we have the Q2 revenue, but the Q3 revenue is missing. When we select the chart, we could use the Excel link manager, of course. We could also just hit refresh. Then there will be an update of this chart. We have just added this Q3 revenue number. So now this is updated. And maybe if I would like to insert another line, maybe from Q2 to Q3 now, let's use a growth arrow, then I can perfectly do that. Then let's have a look at this one, because there are a lot of links. The table is linked, of course, and all these forms, even these single forms here are linked as well. You can see here this 12.7, 3.89, they are all linked to this data source in the end. So maybe let's put this chart on the left-hand side and this Excel link manager on the right-hand side of the screen, so that you can see what happens when I do the update. So on slide 7, we have these linked elements, and we could, for example, just choose them and say, refresh the selected links. Now, it's a bit small, I know, but try to look at all the numbers, and then you can see what will happen when you refresh these selected links. They will be all updated, and there's nothing you need to do or learn. You just hit update, and everything will be changed right away. So this is very easy. You just change the Excel numbers, you use the Excel link manager. You could, to make sure that really all links are refreshed, you could hit even refresh all the links, and then you see there are 22 more linked objects that can be refreshed in that presentation, and Empower will just do it for you. Of course, if it's a lot of links like here, then it may take some seconds, but you don't need to check afterwards if every link has been updated, because you can see it in the Excel link manager. If we maximize it, here you have the proof. So they are just now updated. Every link is working, by the way, so every link is ready. There is no broken link. Everything is fine. And now we have a great Q3 report that we can use for our purposes. So one last problem that we have talked about in the introduction is that we have to make this Q3 statement now available for everyone. And that's a difficult thing because, you might have different storage locations, as I mentioned before, and different people managing all the files. And then there are some cases where managers cannot get the newest report. By the way, there might be as well the case that a manager is like traveling, maybe he's flying from Paris to New York, and he's just equipped with an iPad. He needs the newest numbers, but he does not have access to his PC, and maybe he does not even have access to the files because maybe he needs a VPN connection, and so on and so forth. You know the complexity of such things. So what you could do with Empower is to make that report available to everyone via the Empower library. We now hit Save in the Empower ribbon, and then we hit Save the whole presentation, Save As. And then we go to our reporting folder. So here we have created an example folder with reports, and now we could save our quarterly statement for Q3. Just hit Save. Now, this report is being uploaded into the Empower library. This can be a cloud hosting solution, so we can deliver that as software as a service. You could even do the IT operations yourself, so that's your choice. But it's a platform that everyone could access. And it's accessible in many different ways. So what you could do is you could access your files via the library, of course. So if you have a PC and if you have access, then you could just search for the file that you are looking for. Just type in a search word, and then Empower will search the whole library for you. Here you could even filter. I already have filtered to. Oh wait, something was missing. Yeah, I already have filtered to the English slides, don't need the German slides right now. You could even say I'm only looking for presentations, then Empower will filter the results. And if you would like to see a bigger preview, for example, then you could have it here, so it's searchable. What you could also do is to search if you don't have your PC and you maybe only have an iPad or something like that available. We have an integration into Microsoft Teams as well. So as you can see here, we have an Empower app that is being integrated into Microsoft Teams directly. And here you could search for your results. For example, let's take the same search word. Doesn't matter. When I search for something, then I could even search here and find my results there. And if you don't have Microsoft Teams available, you could even access this library via a website. So with that, every manager could search for the report that we have done with his phone, with his iPad, with every device that has an internet connection. So here we have our files, and you can see I can browse through it. I can even find our quarterly statement for Q3 that we just have created. And here are all the updated slides, and everyone has access to it. Okay, just do a quick summary of what we have seen. Let's go back to our presentation. So first thing we have seen is it's very easy to create brand compliant charts with Empower. Charts are accessible. You can just pick from a variety of charts, connect them to your Excel file. That's very, very easy to link it. And data updates can be supervised with the Excel Link Manager. So that's very easy as well. No need to check them. No need to make sure that every link is working. You always know where a linked object is on which slide. It's very time saving. And you can search for the recent results on different platforms in the Empower library or in the web or in the Microsoft Teams integration that we have. We provide the data where the user is and where he wants to access it.